widow needs to be bigger. That one, that sheep one. Like, it's nice, it's big, but I think it just needs to be bigger to encompass more of our wall. That's not what we're talking about today. It's a little bit churchy. I got my resource book here to present this idea that I'm going, because today, up at stage cantering, but they asked me to also announce the songs, our entrance hymn, what their sponsoral psalm is, this and that. Do that today. And also the collection song where you put in your donation to get collected. And the wording is, when the gifts or while the gifts are being prepared, we're going to sing bop-a-dop-a-dop, bop-a-dop-a-dop. And it's always been gifts and donation. I realized sitting there thinking about it after I sung the song, because I'd always heard donation gifts. It's only till I got to the USA that I heard the word tithe. All I know is tithe is 1/10, and it's, at least in the Catholic doctrine and teaching, it's kind of Old Testament. It's kind of And if you come into the Catholic Church, at least the ones that I've been to, just give what you can. If you don't have anything, it's all right. Come on in. I think there's a Monty Python song about that to say, we'll take you when you're warm or while you're warm. Take that. But been to other churches and I'm going, tithe. And tithe, I mean, first off, sounding like something out of the last century. I mean, we're also going off this old bang. But tithe almost sounds like an obligation, whereas a gift, donation more from the individual going out. My biggest difference here is that it does seem to be like reflective of that in this old book, this old thing called the Bible. I'm trying to find my sources here. It was a couple, one in Leviticus. I remember having the Filipino Sisters of Charity. I got my tattoos. They said, Anak, why did you do like that? Don't get any more, please. And I said, sure, I won't. I lied to a nun. Anak, you know it's in Leviticus, it's in there, you don't put things on your skin. It was cute. They're so cute. And they're this tall, and I'm going, yes. And my mom, she's on the far area, just glaring, going, I told you not to get a tattoo, and you get a tattoo. Now the nurses, not the nurses, the nuns are trying to tell you too, huh? So back to Leviticus. I can't read Leviticus. I can say Leviticus, but I go Leviticus. So focused right now. What is it? Leviticus something 30. All the tithes of the land, they're the Lord's. They are holy to the Lord. Which that's kind of fun. I mean, fair enough, all right. That one I kind of was interesting. Like I 1/10, and I think some other churches are going, that's what you give, because that's what it says in here. Moving on to the next one, which I thought was funny. The other main sources like in Deuteronomy 14, 20 something. 26, 27, yeah. Apparently, if you can't go to your spot to donate your tithe, says you can convert it to money and have a party. And you shall eat there in the presence of the Lord your God, and you and your household rejoicing together. And it also goes, invite your neighbors, invite your friends. So I'm going, I like that one better, because it's like you've got something, you've done well, let's share in the form of a party. Your household, your neighbors, people you're distantly related to, because it was the Levites they had to mention, which I went, what are those? What are those people? Those apparently are another mob that's good with the main mob. You can see I'm really well versed in this Bible stuff. But when I think about gifting and tithe, I think about the widow's offering, the two stories appearing in Mark and Luke. Yeah, Mark and Luke. How Jesus goes, all right, one fella rocks up, goes, dropping a stack, dropping a couple stacks. Yeah, dropping a couple stacks is donation. It's like, yeah. Then the little widow comes up, she throws in one copper coin, and Jesus goes, I like her because she, out of her poverty, has put in everything she had, all she had to live on. Now here's more, I guess, an issue, because you could think of two things going, she's going to church, of course, it's like this obligation you feel, but I've actually never felt that. Like if I've had a good week, great, okay, yeah, I'll chuck in a 10, 20, maybe sometimes I've thrown in a 50. Other times with the money I was meant to donate, I saw someone on the street busking. Yeah, I was thinking I was busking. I had the money, I looked at him and I was like, I think you might need it more. And he's a good fella. He's still making music, but I was like, here you go, mate. And he goes, you sure? And I go, yep, that's for you. I went to church. I did look a bit suspicious. Some aunties looking, going, you didn't put anything in the basket today. No, I didn't, but I thought this other fellow would be okay. And I think that's in my head where the big thing is that fella throwing down a couple stacks, good for you. It is implied that it's out of its excess, but wait, we don't know. We don't know. Was he doing his obligational tithe, or was he going, I did really good, let me put a couple stacks there and take my family out to dinner to celebrate, as it was in the previous stuff there. It just seems that different wording or different use of wording really changes it, how tithing, obligation, becomes a chore gifting, donating. It's up to you. And I like that word better. 2 examples I can think about. One that's just in the gutter. Like, if you are with your significant other and you feel like, you know what, I'm feeling good, I'm going to give you a blowy. Great, that's easy. Okay, that's happy. But if it becomes expected, if it becomes a chore, if you feel it's obligation to give him a blowy, is it really that fun? Is it really? No, it's just... I think that's what it can be. If you use the word tithe, it kind of has that feeling with it. It's not a gift, is it? It's not from here. That's what it is. It's not from the heart. It's just, okay, all right, yeah. Like, even when I'm cleaning, it might be a little messy for a few days, but then I get in the mood and I go, feeling good. I will clean the house when I'm in the mood. Because when it's an obligation, you're scrubbing the floor going, hey, scrubbing, you're vacuuming. That's a vacuum. That's a mop. Do it with a bit of love. I think that's what the point of this whole video is. If you're doing stuff with love, it's good. If it's not love, obligation, tithe, happy blowy, I'm gonna go to the nicer example. I'm gonna go to the Luke one. What does Luke say? Luke, at my head. I've got the Bible here and I'm saying all this stuff. This Paul Wood has put in more than all of them. 21, 1 to 4? Yeah, it's in there. Go look it up. Let's Luke. At least in my translation. So Jesus is going, that's what she's given. And I thought about that going, have I done something sort of like that? And I did. I'm tooting my own horn, yes, but it's also true. So I promised a friend when she was getting married, like, oh, I'll get you hair. Time came around when she was getting married, because, 6 months, I think it was 8 months, and they got married. I'd kind of forgotten about it. And this is one of the things where I do love her. I do adore her. I made that promise back then. She called on that promise, and I went, ooh, because at the time I went overboard. This, and clearly wasn't thinking. And at the moment, I know it was a moment I just got angry, because I'm like, she wants it now. It would have been better if she asked here, she asked there. But then take a moment and go, wait a minute. I did say that. Why did you say I will shout for your hair to get done at your wedding? Why did I say that? Because I like her. I love her. She's awesome. And it's helped taking one bill, one thing for her. She doesn't have to worry about and think about budgeting, because I said, I'll do it. And I went, okay. So going back to my original thought as to why I offered it, I went, and I still like her. I still do. She's a lovely lady. 2 kids now. Married. Lovely. But just because I didn't take care of myself and what I was doing, I said, all right, fine, let's figure this out. So I figured out what shop she's going to. I think I got a gift voucher, but I put it on my credit card. So that's what those things are for emergencies and that. But good, I have maxed it out once. Never do that again. Never, don't do that. But I said, okay, I got a credit card. I got room on there. Okay, how about this is where you want to go? I'll put the gift voucher on the credit card. This is yours. And that's how it got sorted. And you know what? After doing that, I felt really good. Seeing her walk, it was outside. It was an outside wedding. But seeing her walk down, she was beaming, gorgeous white dress and her hair done the way she likes it. I went, oh, wasn't that nice? So, and then reflecting on that going, gee, Ches, you're a bit of an ass, weren't you? Just a bit of and that spike of anger, and then you cooled yourself down. And I went, yes, I said I would. I like her. So I'm giving her the gift that I promised. A little bit of obligation, a little bit of mismanagement on me, but I like her. Hey, I love her. And that's why I'll give her something that'll make her happy. And it did. Okay, that's it. Tithe, gift, donation. What words do you want to use when you're talking about that kind of stuff? Tithe, gift, donation. You pick. Tithe.